right, your joint energies. What are your joint energies? The energy of your connection. We have that Three of Cups, you guys. It's a detail. It's an important detail, right? So that part, you cannot make this fit. If it's not something, it's not your reading. You and your person would have shared so many memories when it comes to partying, when it comes to spending time with friends, drinking, having good time, right? Watch the previous part. And that being your, I'm inclined to say that us, we always mirror each other, right? In different setting, in different scenario, in different situations, but the core wounds, the core reflections that are happening, we usually mirrored because we're deeply connected through that red thread. We're telepathically connected, one soul, one consciousness, one chakra system. It's literally impossible if you are in such a deep thoughts of emotions of something that the other person is not picking it up, right? Doesn't matter where they are on the planet, doesn't matter how long you've been in separation. So the fact that you are contemplating so much on partying, right, on your joint memories, maybe this person is as well. Maybe they know how much you transformed. You know how I always say that in true divine connections, we usually during separation know very little about the masculine, right? Sometimes we really go on for years, not only not seeing him in the physical, but not seeing a single photo of them, how they've changed. So sometimes after years we see them, we're like, oh, who is this person, right? But they see us because we usually because we're healers, because we have a mission, right? One way or another, we usually have a platform. We usually start sharing certain things online, right? So they usually have access to our energy, to how we're changing, how we're glowing. So maybe because of everything that we said in previous part and your reflections, like how would it make sense? Maybe they're thinking about this too, how much you've changed, that you're no longer this person that I could just call in the middle of the night, like, and you come to my house with booze, or you know what I mean? Or let's go party. How would we even be reunited, I'm hearing? Three of Wands. I want to do two more. Lovers. I'm hearing something specific and it's something beautiful, and it's King of Cups and Lovers. So this is what I'm hearing. You both. And it's really what happens in separation. You have to accept that. Wherever you are in a journey, if you know this is not your collective, but you're just watching for, education, you have to accept that on this journey, it's part of the journey that we go separate ways, right? And oftentimes as we go separate ways, because we as feminines, again, watch the previous part, our awakening is different than their awakening. Our mission is different than their mission. The introvert, the extrovert, the 3D, the 5D, the healing of the soul, the healing of the physical part of life, right? Our mission is so different. But it's always teamwork. We always walk together. We ride together, we die together, right? We're forever partners, always, no matter what happens. So if it seems now that you went completely different directions, it's because it's meant to be. And oftentimes on this journey, the feminine embarks on a journey of soul healing, of finding her path, her authenticity. The glow up within us is uncanny. We change physically. We change our lives, right? Complete transformation that is visible. If you're new at this, really watching my masterclass will help you on YouTube. And the masculines, remember, they heal through releasing karma in the matrix, for going down on the matrix. So as we go up, soul, right? Lifting the veil, going into the void, the energy rises. They really have to go down to the hell of the matrix, to get to know the matrix, to feel the gunk of the matrix, to release the karma. So oftentimes as seems like we go through glow up, and with that queen rising, remember, they go down the rabbit hole of all this, distortions and distractions and parting and matrix. And especially in some connections, it's even like you were in an in and out, you were in some sort of a connection, and then there's separation. So they're physically separated from your energy. And us feminines, we are healers. We're all magnets for abundance, and we are healers, but we're biggest healer of our masculine, right? And I talk about this all the time, that we sit on our womb, that it's our portal, self-healing, self-rejuvenating portal that has the power to cleanse the energies, to cleanse the karma, right? So when our masculines connect to us through intimacy, when we're in and out, we oftentimes take away, even if it's momentarily, their trauma, their anxiety, their negative thoughts. This is why after they feel so good, they feel so, oh my God, life is amazing, right? And they go back to, like, because they miss us, they call us and we see each other, and then we fuse, and then they go back to being like this cocky because they feel good, right? So they disappeared. And we usually afterwards, many feminines, after intimacy, we feel horrible because we've taken away all the gunk, right? So when you get your period, it may be really painful. You really may be purging physically, and you can feel it in your body, right? In your emotion as well. So when that's taken away from them, that healing power, of course they don't know about this, but if that's being taken away from them, they really go down. Okay? And it may be right now that it seems like you have taken decisions and actions and forward movement towards completely different lives. But here's the thing. There's one thing that in true divine connection, for true twinnies, never changes. It's the love. No matter where you go, no matter what you do, no matter how much you heal, how much you change, how much time has passed, how many women they've connected to, the love you have for each other, confirmation, it never goes away. What do I always say to you guys? How do we really know? After years, and for some pairings, it's really 5, 4, 8, right? How do we know the difference, karmic and twin? When you meet a person, whether you think it's a karmic, it's a twin, you're suspecting, any psychic will tell you, any healer will tell you, you have to let go. You have to heal, because whether it's karmic or twin flame, it's your reflection. It's a reflective connection, right? So you have to start healing. You have to start learning from whatever this person is showing you and healing, right? So you go ahead and you heal. And the difference is that when you reach that healed state, if it's your karmic, you release. You stop thinking about this person. You just slowly release. The cords are dissolving. It's disappearing because you've learned your lesson. But if it's truly your twin, you release the anger, you release the longing, you release the pain, you release the resentment, you release the disappointment. All that is left is love. All that is left is love. That's the quality of our connection. It doesn't matter where the other person is, the love is still there, the love grows. And it's also one of the things that proves to the masculines, because the masculines for a very long time in the beginning, they think it's just lust. It's just lust. This woman just is very enticing and it's going to go away. I'm not going to see her for a few months. I'm going to forget about her. I'm going to be with other women. It ain't going to happen, brother. It ain't going to happen, brother, because I am you and you are me. That's what it is. I ain't going nowhere. My energetic imprint will be with you till the day you die. So you may as well just pick up the pace. Do you know what I mean? That's the energy. And that's how they realize. Years gone by, I've changed my life. I've connected to other women. I've tried to forget why she is constantly with me in the room. Because love like ours is like love. No other love. No other love compares. It's the love that's supposed to teach the world unconditional love, right? It's the love that stays. So don't worry that you're going in a different directions. I feel like it would be your energy right now, that you're worrying, maybe even both of you, but we're doing the feminine. you would be worried that you're going toward different directions, that you're really growing, glowing, right? But the love is still there, and his love is there as well. Allow him to do whatever he's doing. It has to happen. I feel like for this collective, you would be in this place when you are really crossing the bridge, trying, finally dedicating yourself to you, your mission, seeing your change, your glow up. And maybe through whichever means, that your masculine, what seems that he's behind. But you guys, I always talk about this. It's an illusion. I've done so much content about this. Again, go and watch the Divine Feminine Masterclass. It's just an illusion. He's not behind. It's a physical illusion. Yes, in the physical world, he's a little bit behind, but it's not as much as it seems. It's not as much as the feminine thinks, because his awakening is different, because he has to stay in a matrix and under a veil. So, yeah. But I feel whether you know it or not, you both grew emotionally. You remember the first part when we started, that you're approaching things differently. You're seeing how differently you're reacting to life situations, to people who criticize you. I feel your masculine would feel same. We'll tap into his energy in a moment, but I feel like he would also grow emotionally. Maybe it's not so visible, because remember, they wear a mask for a very long time. So sometimes even internally, they feel the growth. They feel like they don't want to do certain things anymore, that they don't resonate. They push themselves because they're surrounded by karmic connections. So they keep the mask. So he may as well not be enjoying these parties anymore, but he goes because he's wearing the mask. He's afraid of his authentic self. So he thinks that my friends were going to think that I'm weird, that I've changed, that who I've become, that I'm old now, do you know what I mean? But there is an internal change happening. It's not our job on this journey to evaluate your masculine. Your masculine is your master in the physical world, okay? I don't care what anyone says. In the physical world, you are submissive to your masculine. The how and the when, it's his dominion. It's his job description. He is submissive to you when it comes to the oracle part, right? So when it comes to spiritual guidance, your intuition, he's submissive because he doesn't have that beautiful tool of ours, the beautiful magical womb that connects us to the void. So in true divine union, the masculine trusts that, submits to that. But in the physical world, what happens in the physical world, you are submissive to him. So where he is on his journey, it is not for you, my queen, to judge your king, right? He knows what he's doing. Maybe not consciously, but his higher self knows exactly what he's doing. 3 of Cups. Okay, we have 5 of Cups. We have 3 of Swords. Let me do 2 more. 4 of Cups, 5 of Cups. The Hierophant. The world. What's 1, 2? Ooh, the Star, healing, and 10 of Cups. But we have the world. You're closing a cycle. Okay? There's certain things removing. You have to remove certain limiting beliefs, certain conditioning that is not serving. So your first row was beautiful. We talked about this, right? It was very emotional. The love is there. It doesn't matter where you go towards you're embarking on your own quest, on your own missions right now. But you would both, because these are your joint energies, you would both be quite emotional right now. You may be handling it a little bit better because you've been through that healing, right? So whenever that emotion comes, maybe you cry a little bit over a masculine, maybe you look at his photos a little bit, but you are more centered, you're more grounded, whereas he may be going through, you may even be feeling it because he's feeling it, right? Again, that red thread, right? But there is energy of heartbreak, there is energy of sadness, of disappointment, of really deep sad emotions. And when we start to heal, byproduct of allowing ourselves to heal is the fact that we have to feel emotions that we haven't felt before, because we've locked these emotions away from our heart, right? So it seems like we're becoming maybe more emotional, more gooey, but we're just processing what needs to be processed. So there is a little bit heartbreak in your joint energies. You would have a little bit of sadness, a little bit of nostalgia, and it's this Hierophant, and he came and I'm seeing him in reverse, and it's this conditioning. Remember, The true divine love, true twinnies, our joint mission is to break the paradigm, is to make people understand that love is not what they think. Love is not a transaction. Love is not a barter. Love is not, you have to give it to me, so I give it to you. True love is unconditional. Wherever you went, whatever you're doing, whoever you are, my soul loves yours, and that will never change. It will never go away. It only grows stronger. And that's the truth. In a true twinny connection, you may not see your twin for like freaking 5 years, right? Your love grows stronger every day, because as you grow, as you heal, you remove the shadows. And as you remove the shadows, the love glows. You love them more and more and more, with zero judgment, with zero resentment, with zero, longing, pain, and negative feelings. You're not there yet, just yet, this collective. But the love is still there, despite the sorrow, despite the sadness, despite the heartbreak. But you're both. It's your last card, so it's fine. You're gonna break through this. You have to do it first as a feminine. I'm seeing number 64. Maybe that has a meaning for some of you, but you have to understand that even there is no logic in this connection. There's not supposed to be logic. Okay. There's not supposed to. It is not people who are supposed to tell us that this love is nonsense and we're the Lulu. We're supposed to teach others about love. The 5% of people who awaken, and that's not even a fraction of percent that are twin flames. We're supposed to teach people what true love, divine love really means. Divine love that is achievable for anyone, because divine union, it's not just between twin flames. With your higher soulmate, you can achieve divine union, right? But people are afraid to do the work. They settle. They constantly settle in denial, right? It's our job. So we have to remove this nonsense that it seems like he's behind. It seems like he's still partying. It's not going to make sense because maybe we're so different. Maybe we're this and that. Maybe there are also some differences between you, even in your healed state. We always have, most twins have a very strong societal issue, whether that's, economy or age gap or different culture, different religion. All conditioning, all BS. Of the matrix, okay? Remove that. You're one soul. Whatever setting your souls decided to put yourself in, whatever avatar they chose, whatever life, background, you're one soul. All right, let's step into his energy. Let's see how he's actually doing, and then we're gonna do the 20 cards to finish. Okay, where is this masculine? Tell us, source. Spill the tea. Where is this masculine? Okay, face down. Let's do 2 more. There we go. Yeah, baby. All right. Very nice. All right. Go hermit at the bottom of the deck. Maybe he's about to, you were thinking about this hermiting, right? In isolation. I feel like, you know what I'm hearing? I'm hearing that what you said that you now do, that you're hermiting, that you sometimes prefer to be alone, then he would want that, but he's still wearing a mask. That's what I'm hearing. So do what you do. When my candle just went crazy for confirmation. He would really sometimes feel, oh my God, going to this party with these people is the last thing that I want to do, but I don't want them to think that I'm weird, right? All right, first thing, karma, baby. Karma, baby. Number 17. He is going through some karma. He's going through some karmic lessons. I feel like he really went downtown, down into the pit of hell, of his shadows. I feel like he's going through harsh lessons. I want to read through this to you. Karma is consequence of actions and interactions against others and against ourselves that are out of alignment with divine order. Yeah. If you're experiencing something challenging, you're wondering why is it happening. I think that he may not even be wondering, but I feel like he's being taught right now that what you do, what you put out when it comes to action, thoughts, not just others, but towards yourself, is what you get, right? It's this mindset when people say, I'm a horrible person, I'm such a mess, I'm poor, I'm ugly. That's what you're gonna get. That's what you're going to get. What you put out there is what you get. He's learning lessons right now. He's going through karma. He's deep in the matrix. He's deep in the matrix. I am the problem. That's his second card. But this card is a good card. This card is a realization. And these cards together are making me feel, it may be that he's not ready for change, but he is in this really important moment when he starts to realize it's not just a blind faith that puts these things on me, but they're consequences of my actions. And I feel these are the lessons that he's going through right now, right? So if he's going through something challenging, maybe in the past he would say, oh, life is just cruel. Why are these things happen to me? Now it's like he understands, man, maybe it's because that thing that I did. Maybe it's because that thing that I said. He's really learning the action and the consequence wheel. He starts slowly, I'm hearing, to take accountability. And I feel it maybe as well. Do you know what? I am actually hearing that it may be that because he's watching you, seeing your progress, seeing your constant growth, seeing how much you transformed, starting from someone that was similar to him. So maybe it was that thing that you were both wrecks, you were both a mess, that you would party, right? And you were both very distorted energy. And now it's like he's thinking, she made all these changes, she's this whole different person. So maybe it's not just fate, maybe it's what you do and what you choose for yourself. On this journey, we become their inspiration. Just like the love for them that we don't understand in the beginning becomes our inspiration and our push to grow and to be better. Because it's like, even if they are in their worst distortion, the true divine feminine and the true twinny connection, we have this feeling of softness towards them, that he's been through a lot, so many shadows. I want to be better for him. And part of the growth that we do in the beginning, what I always say, when you climb the bridge, you grow to be better for him and to get him back. But you reach the moment when you cross the bridge and you see your glow up, you see your happiness, you see your authenticity, and you start doing it for yourself, for your mission, right? But I feel like, and as they watch us, we become their inspiration. They start to understand, if she could do it, maybe I could do it. Maybe my messy life is not just fate, maybe it's consequence of my own doing, right? We have past relationships. So this card talks about, there is a lot of nostalgia. There is a lot of replaying events. So I feel like he would be thinking about his past relationships, not just the one with you. But overall, I want to read through this to you. The purpose of relationships is to shape us and help us to develop better understanding of self and the world. And I always say this to you guys. For most people, when you fall in that 5% and you start to heal, you no longer need relationships because you're so self-aware that you don't need reflection of you through another person to heal, because you understand your shadows. But in the beginning, when we're not there yet, and that's one of the final stages, most people need that reflection because they're in deep denial. They don't understand, and I'm avoidant, and I have a mother wound, right? So even if you're not going to get there subconsciously, the other person will show this to you. That's why people constantly, fall into the same relationships, same models. It's a different person, but same shit, because you still haven't healed, right? So it's like, I feel like he's starting to connect the dots through that relationship, that maybe certain things were similar, but maybe it's him. They hold a mirror to help us see parts of our psyche that we refuse to accept. This card is inviting you to contemplate on your past relationships. What did they try to teach you about yourself? How did they shape who you are? How they influence your current reality and your perception of life? Examine your relationships, family, friends, partners. Perhaps you can notice a pattern. It's possible you accept similar behaviors in people around you. Don't forget to also contemplate on how you show up in those relationships. Yeah. So he would be looking into these relationships, and you have that reflection as well. So you see, Same core thing, but in a completely different setting. Because for you now, it may be just random people, you're handling it better. For him, he's now on stage 1. He's really diving into his relationships. Maybe he's starting thinking, maybe it's not that I don't believe in love because love sucks. Maybe it's because, that's what I was told, that's what I was taught. Maybe my relationship didn't work out well because it's like, it seems like it's every time the same. It's different women, same thing. Maybe it's me. Number 26. And we have number 16, which is, what is your feminine showing to you? This one is a beautiful card, and I want to read this through you because I feel like really this collective, whether you know it or not only through red threads and energetically, but physically as he is observing you, I feel like you are really now guiding him, whether he knows it or not, through these lessons, right? So stay on top of your game. Your divine feminine is your ultimate mirror and your greatest teacher. Whatever uncomfortable feelings she is causing within you, they are there to help you to understand yourself and your darkest shadows. Maybe he's even really analyzing certain things that you said to him, and in that moment he was like, oh my God, this woman, you, right? And now the finger is like it's turning. Think about the last time she caused a storm of challenging emotions within you. What is she trying to show you? What versions of you and your psyche that you have buried and denied, she is now illuminating? What shadows that you are refusing to acknowledge, she is magnifying? If you haven't, that's if for masculines that are not in connection. So he would be, it's that mirror. He's reflecting too. It's gonna be a while since he's gonna, this is the moment when they really, this is usually this part of the journey that even they don't consider reaching out, to be honest, because they're so deeply in the matrix. They, again, like I said, so deeply in that dark pit of their shadows, starting to analyze, this is the moment when he feels like you're here and he's here, right? It's just an illusion for the both of you. That's why there's a reason I mentioned to you it's an illusion. You have to break this illusion. The sooner we lead the way energetically on this journey, okay? So the sooner you break the illusion, and I always say this, even if the smallest part of you thinks that he's behind, he's going to feel it 10 times fold. Because if you don't truly have this reverence, love, admiration for your masculine, for who he truly is, you're going to reflect that back to him through red thread. This is why feminists that go into thinking, he's behind, he's not moving, he's not progressing, he's not changing, and look at me. It's the ego, it's lack of humility, it's separation from the other part of you, and it slows you down on this journey. You're supposed to be his biggest fan. From far. All right, let's pull a couple of these for you. What is it that we need to know right now? What's going on in the connection? And then I want to pull you a couple of love cards. A few more. Kind of want to finish that. Okay, they're always flying. One more, okay. All right. What do we have in here? All right. Karmic ties. Past lives are influencing our connection. I've lost you in other lifetimes, and that makes me afraid. I need to heal the grief to allow the love to bloom. There's a reason I mentioned to you guys that we accompany ourselves in many past lifetimes. If you want to learn about twins and our past lives and how it looks like, go to my masterclass on YouTube. There's an episode that's called Twins and Past Lives in the Divine Feminine. It will explain everything to you, but oftentimes the deep avoidance of the masculine, right? The deep fear of love, the deep fear of loss comes from the fact that they actually lost us in the lives that we shared. That they actually, in the physical, had to say goodbye to us, right? That they, I don't want to go into details. It may be something for you. You will know whether that resonates, right? It may not resonate with all of you. So really feel into it, the feminine. There may be a past life that you need to clear out. that you need to go back to, because we heal on a soul level, right? So if his soul really remembers the pain of losing you and holding your body, saying goodbye to you in the physical world, you may need to revisit that to heal that. Okay. Union is an energy, not a physical construct. Even when we aren't together, I feel our union. Didn't I say that? We don't have to be together to love each other. We don't have to be together. It's just this physical world. When you're truly ready, you're not there, this feminine yet, but one day you will understand. When you are truly ready for union, it's like union is already here. He's with you. You only feel love, fulfillment. There's no longing. Yes, occasionally you always miss them. We always miss them. We always miss them every day. Every day. But it's not causing emotional. It's not causing it's just this acceptance. It's just this bliss. Because my love, our love goes beyond this physical realm. And you're with me. You're with me, right? So remember that. I've hurt you and I'm sorry. I hope you can forgive me someday and understand I was reacting in fear. So because you're doing a lot of, back thinking and sort of a nostalgia, you may both be thinking about moments that you've hurt each other. There are messages being exchanged through music and movies. Listen carefully and trust what you hear. So maybe it's something that it's activated recently. We are deeply connected. So sometimes the messages, especially for those of us and on a level of the journey, when you're not yet hearing your intuition, your guides, right? Messages are being sent to you in songs and movies, so pay attention to what's around you. Maybe you should just an angel shuffle, like just grab your phone, whether you have Spotify or Apple Music, and just like shuffle everything you have and listen to the messages. Just like you, I'm always doing some form of mission. My energy and wisdom supports those around me. Yeah, we've been talking about this, right? That you do have a mission. You are always on a mission. The twinnies, right? We're always on a mission. And the fact that we go separate ways is to truly discover ourselves and to truly discover our mission without the other person. You guys, our connection is so strong. Is so strong that if we were forced to be in a relationship without deep healing, it would be disastrous. It would be a recipe for codependency. We really have to learn our own energy, our own authenticity, our own mission, embody the lone wolf. True lone wolf is equally fulfilled in and out of relationship. And that's the union is not a physical construct. So when you are ready for union, when your masculine will really come in, it won't really change that much in your life, okay? Well, maybe, you know what, it will change. But that's the only thing, truly, because you're already there. When you're ready for union, you are already there. The level of happiness, the level of love you feel for him, his energy, his presence, you can feel his presence in his room. So it's like there's no missing, there's no wishing. Yes, again, we miss them always, but do you know what I mean? It's like you're already there. You're already there. It won't change much, really, on a level of your happiness. And that's what feminists don't understand when you're still wounded. You feel like you're like here, you're so unhappy, he's going to come back, you're going to be here. No, the day he's going to come back, he really won't change that much because you already would have connected to his energy fully, transcending everything through realms, through lifetimes, through physical reality. You would feel his love already. You would feel him with you. You would feel you are union. You are one. So his physical presence, obviously it's always, we have to adjust certain things, right? It's life and it changes few things, but on a level of self, of energy, of love, of joy, it would have changed nothing, really. I know it's hard to believe, but it's true. I wish I could say that what I really feel. Someday I will, but right now I'm afraid to be myself. Confirmation, he's wearing a mask. Remember what we said? He's still afraid to be himself, but him seeing you being more and more yourself is helping him. So focus on Queen Rising. Focus on your mission, being you, right? Number 6, our love will manifest through the union of heart and mind. Expanding these areas allows our love to grow. Yes, union of heart and mind. Before you achieve physical union, you have to achieve union in heart and mind. And union in heart and mind means exactly what I said. Understanding that we're equals, we're always equals. He's never behind, it's just an illusion. Seeking love. Why would I seek love? I have love. It's embodying it in your mind, in your heart, in your body, in your soul, so that his physical presence, again, won't really change much. I feel insecure and it's pushing me to grow. Yeah, I feel like he's being pushed to grow right now through observing you, for seeing your growth, through these memories, through realizing that he no longer wants to do certain things, but he's wearing a mask, that maybe he's just choosing this, all that we've been through, right? Let's do a couple of these for you, maybe 3. Whoop, we have 4, it's fine. Don't make decision based on guilt or what you think you should do, for it is only in being true to yourself that you can be true to others. Very, very, very true. So I feel like you are in this moment. Remember, we went through this in the beginning. You may be in this moment that you're thinking that the more I grow, the more I'm going to be, moving away from him. You may even have some thoughts as you're creating your platform, this feminine, that certain things that you're going to post or you're going to say. Remember, we had that card that he was like, maybe you subconsciously feel that he's looking at you and it's a little weird, it's a little uncomfortable, right? But that lack of comfort is pushing him to grow. So don't stop. Be you. Be you. Don't think of what he's going to say, what he's going to think. Just be you. You have to let that go. You have to release that. You may not always understand why certain things happen. We talked about this. However, there's always a higher purpose to the events in your life. Through turmoil, a blessing will soon be revealed. I feel like you are going through these things and you are learning to accept, and that everything happens for a reason, and you don't have to understand that reason, and it's okay. And the more you embody and you master this mindset, he will be able to learn from you energetically as well. Friendship. Nature of the bonds of friendship within your relationships and your love life will dramatically improve. There's a reason I was deviating and talking about, remember, about not spending time with people that you don't have this deep bond and just like parties. Maybe you still have like here and there that you agree to certain things, to go for like a bigger dinner party. Really examine that. I know it's hard, but you are you are one of the chosen ones. You are in the 5%, to whom much is given, much is expected. Really, once we reach the end of the bridge and we start to cultivate our garden, we are in inner union. Our life is truly magic, and it's a gift that we've earned through variety of lifetimes and pains and challenges. There's a reason we are where we are, but it's a gift. It's a gift that you are always divinely protected, that universe takes care of you, that you have very strong spirit team, that in this lifetime that we live, the lifetime of awakening, our ancestors are behind us, our spirit team is behind us, our protectors, angels, beings from other dimensions. We're so guided, we're so protected. It is such a gift, and much is expected. To someone who so much is given, all your gifts, all your activations, your mission, the protection, the divine guidance. How can you be like, oh no, but I just feel lonely, I'm going to go to this party? You really have to be on top of your game. Really. Trust. Transformation occurs through acceptance. Once you accept the current situation, it will automatically transform, right? So I feel for this collective is very important to, what I'm hearing that you need to accept is that you have done amazing progress, but you're not yet there in a moment where you are close physical union, and you have to accept that. It's okay that he's not going to reach out anytime soon. It's okay that things are not going to develop in the physical. Focus on you, focus on your mission, accept things for what they are. When we reach inner union and when we're ready for union, we're in a moment of acceptance that it may never happen, and it's okay because it doesn't really matter because it's already happened. Do you know what I mean? It's complicated, but it's really truly simple.